Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Tuesday. Yesterday, I was not here, but today I am here. Woohoo! We're getting after it today. We have a lot to discuss, and if you haven't seen my Fox hit from last week, everyone gets confused when I say it's a hit. It's called a hit, but it's also called a segment. So I have my segment from Fox Business from last week on Friday, so if you guys want to watch that when we hit 100 likes, we can consider that notion. Also, guys, we have a bunch of news. Trump media may be buying $2 billion of Bitcoin. That is going to be our spotlight for today. Of course, we have your coins to watch. We have a huge Ethereum price prediction. BitGo trying to go public. We have JP Morgan trying to have crypto-backed loans, so TradFi and DeFi. Also, SpaceX. What are they doing with their Bitcoin? We're going to dive into that. We know Tesla is still hodling. Michael Saylor bought Bitcoin yesterday and is also putting out maybe a new way to buy Bitcoin for his company. We're going to get after that. And Western Union maybe embracing stablecoins, as we know that stablecoins and essentially crypto could wipe them out completely. And oh boy, I have my opinions on them. So if you guys are ready for all the zest, the news, the education, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this stream out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal of 22,540 subscribers, 10 more. Let's see if we can get there. I'm going to apologize in advance if I sneeze during this live stream. I might have to walk away and do a little sneeze because my allergies, I woke up today, I sneezed like a million times. Literally, hold on. Okay, well, there we go. Also, Cassius Cuvée is in the chat, guys. Tomorrow, Cassius is going to be on the show. We're going to have him in our charts segment, so that way he could break down some charts and some tips and tricks for you guys to look at while you guys are maybe enjoying your technical analysis. So,
you're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
When's the XRP bestie dropping?
it's Diggies! Hello, Diggy. We can take a look at XRP too in a little bit. When I go over Bitcoin, if you want me to look at XRP, I will, but it's only for you, Diggies. Like, I would even consider that. Guys, if you're ready for all this, that's the news, the education, smash like, subscribe, share. You know the deal. Say good morning to me as I say good morning to you, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, including Cake Wallet, Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off. Then head over to Vacation Genie to book your cruise with crypto. We're going to get after it, guys. I took the day off yesterday. I decided to celebrate a birthday. Not my birthday, someone else's birthday. And I was like, you know what? I had the idea. It's my fault, too. I said, let's go on jet skis. And so we went on jet skis yesterday. I know I'm sidetracking like crazily. I went on a jet ski yesterday. shared it too because I didn't want to drive the whole hour and a half. But I literally was holding, I can't even move my shoulders today because I am so sore from literally driving a jet ski. Never thought that would happen to me, but I guess that's the cost of doing business. But I will look through my footage. Yesterday I had a phone in one of those Ziploc thing baggy necklace majiggies, and it was okay, so I gotta look through the footage today and see what goes on. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Big Puck. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate you. Guys, if you're on TikTok, give me a follow, share it out. And if you're rude, we're going to shut off TikTok. Also, please go to YouTube. Okay, we got Mama Shadow in the chat. Good morning. As always, thank you to Black Hat. I was going to do a community after show today, but also Crypto Princess is going to be live, and I don't want to cut her off. So we'll see what time we get towards the end, and if not, if we go too crazy today, then we might have to go ahead and just give Crypto Princess her spotlight. Yeah, so I got sunburnt too. I'm really burnt. So this isn't even a filter. I'm just toasted. So if you guys are wondering why I'm so red today, it's because I got toasted. We got BBB in the chat, Nick, Mama Shadow, Sun Backup. Good evening to Brinko, by the way. BBB, good evening to you too. We got Aquarian, Doge Bull, David Bull. Good morning. We got Mike Volmer. Let's see. Backup is over here chilling. Mark Smithson. We got Rob C. Good morning. Chipper. Good morning. Welcome. Biomex. Good morning. Mike Mazzone is on X. Good morning. We got JC. Elric. Good morning. Peace. Good morning. Let's see. The Quantum. Hello from Turkey. Oh, hello, my Turkish friend. Welcome. Gerard. Shout out from my friends in the Philippines. Jersey represent here. Oh, that's nice. We love our friends from the Philippines. Yukio is over on X. Good morning. Dano, good morning. Nice to see you over there on X. Vacation Genie is here. Shout out to Vacation Genie, guys. Guys, should I go on a cruise with Vacation Genie? Should we do it? Put a 1 or yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. Should we go on a cruise with Vacation Genie? Gerard said, I'm spreading Randi Hipper in Asia and the Philippines. Oh, my heart is so warm. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Where's my coffee? Oh, don't even fret. Don't even fret, guys. It's right here. I tried to do my mug, my usual nice little mug this morning, but the coffee machine was not operating, so I had to go out and get some. But I'm not mad because I love my Dutch Bros. I'm addicted to Dutch Bros. Recommend the Kicker. If you guys have a Dutch Bros near you, go order the Kicker ASAP. Peace of Mind said, take a cruise. Yeah, I agree. I could call you Fitz. Word. All right. We're going to get to the market recap, and then we might take a look at XRP if 3 Dickies is still in the chat. All right. Only if he's in the chat. If he doesn't say he's in the chat, then he gets no XRP TA today. I'm just joking. Anyway, guys, we have a lot of red in the market today. Pumped up fun. Among our biggest losers today, down around 14%. Interesting to see what's happening as Bitcoin is in the green. Now, again, oh my word, I look at this chart and I'm like, wow, we really chat about the correct levels on this channel, and I'm so grateful to be able to talk about the right things on this channel, obviously, because I'm doing a podcast. But we have 117.5, which is where we wanted to hold support. Literally have been teetering around this level since we went above it or closed at that level on July 11th. So we've been sitting here for a cool 11 days. I am very pleased with that. Again, if we hold support here, obviously it's our golden zone. Hold support here. And then we have a nice ride up to that 123 all-time high, which I'm feeling really good vibes today. I don't know if my feelings are accurate, but I'm always feeling good vibes nonetheless. I really want to see a new all-time high today, or at least touch 120. Now, we were just below that today. I'm going to get the exact high. I think what I'm seeing here is pretty accurate. Hold on. The exact high for today is $119,677. So we weren't really that far off from 120K, but I want to see 120K hold support there and see where it goes. But I definitely am bullish on Bitcoin and where we're at right now. Even Litecoin, we'll dive into a little bit later. Litecoin is just making major freaking moves, absolute major moves. Holding support at 117.5 is the ideal case scenario. Again, if we fall below it, we are looking at our previous all-time high of 112, and even more bearish is at 109.3, which is where we initially had that January all-time high. So again, it is very typical that we go ahead and go back to previous all-time highs, which is why I have arrows, which is why I go ahead and point them out, because it seems like Bitcoin is always attracted to going back to where it started. Now, we do have a red dot sliding down this momentum. Money flow is a little bit flat today. We do have the VWAP that is moving up. Again, we want to see a confident push over that zero line. The RSI here is bullish. Now, we are making a move to the upside today with the RSI, which again, we're not overbought. So it tells me we have a lot of room to run to the upside, which can carry us to that 120 and beyond. Again, most likely hoping for that new all-time high, or at least 125K. So we're going to go ahead and chat about that. All in all, though, we do have some pretty beautiful things to chat about today. And again, it might not... Yeah, I'm going to try to time it right, so when Crypto Princess goes on, I see her in the chat, that you guys could just slide on over to her. Let me go and make sure that this video redirects to her, first of all. Crypto Princess, what's the title of today's video, so I could go and redirect? We like to support other people in crypto. Today's the 22nd. Crypto Princess... 22nd. Okay, yeah. All right, so again, when you guys wrap up here, when we wrap up here and I end the stream, it's going to redirect you to Crypto Princess. All right, beautiful. Anyways, we're going to continue on. We're going to look at XRP really quick, just for the sake of 3 diggies, giving us a little supers. We have XRP at $3.48, down 2% today. Again, above our golden zone, which I guess this could be the new golden zone of some sort, which is the high from January over at 340. Now, we did hit an all-time high, it looks like, again, and according to this chart. So before you lose your noodles and look all the way back at 2018 at 355, we passed 355. We passed it. We hit 366 or something of that nature. People are saying they saw 387. I don't know what chart that was on.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're
Giving up
welcome.
your LTC for the XR piece is the ideal move. It's 2025, no one buys the LTC.
Diggies, my fam, don't fade like that. Don't fade like that. And that's a very untrue statement, Diggies. And I know you're picking on me, but I'm just going to say it's an untrue statement. I know you're picking on me. But take a gander, Mr. Diggies. I'm doing your TAs. Holding support over at 340 is ideal. And continuing up that momentum, which it seems that the momentum is not the most positive at the moment. Now, your bearish level to watch is going to be 340, obviously. And even below that is $3. Over here, we do see a red dot that's printed. It's bringing down that momentum. Money flow is still increasing. I mean, at least you got money flow coming in, though the VWAP is now making sense as to why we are down 2% today. Also, we're overbought. Again, the downtrend is real, man. When you have the overbought RSI, guys, the likelihood of an incoming downtrend does increase. Powell's talk was a nothing burger. I didn't think it would be anything. Apparently, Powell is gonna resign soon. We'll see what happens at that point. But listen, I'm bullish, especially on Litecoin. Again, I don't really talk about what I own, but it's obvious that I do, full disclosure, own Litecoin, but I do talk about it because it is sound money, and we're going to keep getting after sound money and what we're going to use to spend and use as a store of value, and that's going to be Litecoin, and even farther down the road, that may be Dogecoin and Digibyte as money. But I talk about technology, and I think Litecoin hands down has some of the best technology, if not the best, in cryptocurrency. So that's just about it. I'll end my little rant there. We could go over Litecoin's chart a little bit later, but that was an XRP chart for 3 diggies. We're going to go ahead and talk about your breaking news headlines. We're going to talk about a potential IPO that could happen. So who is it going to be? What's going to happen? Well, darn, I got your breaking news headlines right now. Sip your coffees. Let's do it. ago, filed to go public. And will this happen? Will it actually go through? Are you happy about it? How do you guys feel about BitGo? If you have any opinions on it, drop it in the chat. Crypto custody firm BitGo said they confidentially filed for an IPO in the U.S. The move comes as the digital asset market crossed a record high of $4 trillion in total value last week. Again, record highs, $4 trillion. That is a little pebble in the whole world that is a bucket. Guys, keep calm, hodl on. We are just getting started. The filing submitted just days after the market cap milestone positions Palo Alto, California-based company to join a growing list of digital asset firms heading to public markets. The demand is clear. As it states here, investors have been piling into crypto-related stocks in recent months, looking to capitalize on the sector's renewed momentum. Founded in 2013, BitGo secures digital assets for institutional clients, including exchanges, banks, and investment firms. Widely regarded as one of the largest crypto custodians in the U.S., while not visible to everyday investors as trading platforms, BitGo's role as a behind-the-scenes vault has grown more critical as financial institutions become more active in the industry. Though we're going to probably see Gemini, Grayscale, Bullish, all of these companies go ahead and file for an IPO. It's going to happen. We're going to have a wave of crypto stocks, and that's going to take over TradFi. And then the funny thing is that crypto companies are going to be on the stock market, and then we're going to have tokenized stocks on crypto exchange and crypto-esque. Bullish. That is just psh. Guys, we're just getting started. I even talked about tokenized stocks on Fox Business when I was on Friday. Look at Charles. Look how happy he is. I can't with this man. We love Charles Payne. Guys, I talked about literally all of that on Fox Business. So I highly encourage you guys to get us to 100 likes so I could go ahead and play this clip if you haven't seen it yet. A lot of you have, some of you haven't. So let's get to 100 likes, please. But this was such an important segment. Like, we covered so much in a matter of 3 minutes and 44 seconds, like you wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't even believe. I talked about tokenization, stablecoins, Bitcoin. Guys, I gave a Bitcoin price prediction for the first time in my life. Okay? So go ahead and slash the like and let's do this thing. Moving on, though, JP Morgan is planning to launch crypto-backed loans. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if I necessarily see the vibe here. Jamie Dimon, I just can't. Chase, I got opinions, but we're going to keep those to ourselves at the moment. JP Morgan is eyeing a major expansion into the crypto-backed lending and is considering offering loans secured directly by the client's crypto assets, including Bitcoin and ETH. Now, with the bullish crypto regulatory environment, JP Morgan may launch these crypto-backed loans as soon as next year, according to people familiar with the matter. Traditionally cautious, JP Morgan already allows clients to borrow against their crypto ETFs, such as BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. Oh boy. Last week, Jamie Dimon did say that banks plan to get more involved in stablecoins. Again, that's also something I dove into on Fox Business, like whether or not this is a good thing. Now, this is a permissionless space, but is what they're doing the banks necessarily crypto? No, because they want something that's a CBDC style surveillance tool. And I don't really like that. I really don't. And the fact that JP Morgan, Citibank, and Bank of America have been experimenting with this for years. It's just straight up not fair that all of a sudden we have regulatory clarity so they could go ahead and be public with all that they've been doing really behind the scenes for 3-4 years, maybe even longer. So I just think that this whole, banks just coming into crypto now, it's a fugazi sentiment. It really is, because it's not the way it actually is. They've been here for a while. They've been experimenting for a while. So as long as you guys see the reality and you don't look at these headlines as if this is the first time they're venturing into this space, then, man, I don't know what to say. Hello, Craig. It's not like it's not what we like. Those institutions are here to stay. Of course they are. again, it's a permissionless space, so who are we to give permission? However, again, we get to pick and choose what we do with our money, what we do with our own person. And if we feel like, hey, you know what, maybe what the banks are doing aren't for me, then don't use it. But some people will use it because, again, they don't know better. And this is why we're on the show, to try to educate. At the end of the day, the dollars in your bank account are digital. They don't really even, you could say they don't even exist, because there's no way to track them or to know that they're in your bank account. There are no proof of reserves on the banks. So maybe at least with this crypto movement, maybe the banks will have proof of reserves, just as they pressured crypto custody people or even crypto exchanges to publish proof of reserves. Even the ETFs, they're saying, hey, publish your reserves. Let's see where the Bitcoin is, right? And so that's what we want. We want transparency. And I really do hope that the banks wise up and give us that transparency. At the end of the day, though, we did have the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act move forward last week. Oh my word, Donnie T needs to sign this into law ASAP. Absolutely ASAP. Like, we thought the Genius Act was historical. No, it doesn't even come close to the CBDC style surveillance like tool that we need to ban. This is horrible. And so if we want to protect life, liberty, and property, and especially advocate for self-custody, we need the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act to pass, sign into law, and that way we show other countries that we are not messing around with these surveillance-style CBDCs. No. Even going ahead and looking at stablecoins, they're relatively similar. It's a CBDC light. And what the Genius Act did is give federal and state oversight. So again, if a state is like, let's say, not aligned with your political opinions, do they get the right to go ahead and censor what you're doing and effectively freeze your funds and your stable coins? I mean, there's just so many questions I have to ask, and I really hope that they get answered. Now, I saw a question in the chat. I believe it was from Peace. We have OG Bitcoiners are going ahead and selling their Bitcoin or moving them around, which is a normal practice. Okay, moving your wallets around, your Bitcoin around. Any OG will tell you that. OGs moving their Bitcoin around and maybe even selling it, I don't think is a bearish sign at all. These are people that have held for 10 plus years and they're ready to take some profit and maybe go buy a mansion or go to an all-inclusive resort and drink a pina colada on the beach. I really do not think it's bearish at all. Especially the fact that, again, this shows that people want to move things around. They see the worth. If obviously they didn't see the worth, they wouldn't have touched it, period. Now, SpaceX wallet has been sprung to life because there was a $153 million transfer. What's going on with SpaceX? A Bitcoin wallet apparently, guys, keep that in mind, apparently, owned by SpaceX just moved over $150 million worth of Bitcoin on its first on-chain activity for more than 3 years. Now, Arkham Intelligence shows 1,308 Bitcoin moved from one address tagged as owned by Elon's rocket company against SpaceX to a previously inactive wallet. The transaction is the first recorded outbound transfer since June 10th of 2022, when it moved 3,500 Bitcoin, which was worth $102 million at the time, to Coinbase. The receiving wallet is unlabeled and no onward movement has been observed. So that to me just says like, hey, this is normal. They're moving things around. And that's not a big deal at the end of the day. I don't even think Elon wants to sell his Bitcoin at this point, just because it's kind of like going against what he's been chatting about on X for the past few weeks, which is money printing is a problem, that we need a different way of having our money. And even he said, if we go to Mars or if we're on a different planet, we're going to have to use a proof of work system for our currency, whether that's Doge, which is proof of work, or Bitcoin, that's proof of work. And even Litecoin is proof of work. So proof of work is very important. And interplanetary currency, as we're getting to at this point, not just global currencies, but interplanetary currencies are going to have to be crypto. There's really no other way. We're going to jump into strategy though. Strategy purchased some Bitcoin, but now they're also offering STRC, Stretch, a new perpetual preferred stock via IPO to select investors. Of course, they're going to use this to end up buying more Bitcoin for the company. So he's playing around with trad money yet again, Sailor. So I just wanted to update you on what's happening here. As yesterday, it was tweeted by Sailor himself that Strategy did acquire 6,220 Bitcoin for $739.8 million at around 118.9K per Bitcoin and achieved a Bitcoin yield of 20.8% year to date. That is a beautiful yield. As of July 20th, so Sunday, they hodled 607,770 Bitcoin acquired for $43.61 billion at around 71.5K per Bitcoin. Not a shock. They're going to own $1 million.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're
Randy, is LTC a privacy coin? I read something about that before. Is it valid?
Diggies, oh, you're so adorable. I'm so happy you asked that question. So we do have Litecoin. Litecoin has MWeb, which is optional privacy. And you can actually go download Cake Wallet and play around with it. It's pretty simple. It's basically like a peg in and peg out type thing. So it's called MWeb, Mimblewimble Extension Blocks, and it provides privacy. So basically, it's just like going to Dunkin' Donuts and paying with cash, right? I give them cash for my bagel and a coffee, and no one knows we transacted and how much was transacted except for me and the merchant. And again, cash, peer-to-peer. So with Litecoin and MWeb, it gives you that optional privacy feature. So it works pretty simply too. So if you hold Litecoin and I give you a Litecoin MWeb address, you could just send the Litecoin directly. You don't have to transfer it to MWeb or all this stuff. It's so simple. Literally, hey, I got Litecoin, send it to an MWeb address. Oh, you want Litecoin and I have an MWeb address? Well, darn, I'm just going to send it to you. But if it's MWeb to MWeb address, it's private. So it's optional privacy too, like I said. So it really encapsulates, that's why I talk about Litecoin being sound money, because Bitcoin is all transparency, which again, we are loving. That's why we're in this space, transparency. But also you want to go back to the essence of cash and the privacy that it allows you to have. And so Litecoin has that optional layer, if that makes sense. And so people that are like, oh, when cash is gone, we're in a pickle, is a nicer way to say it. We're in a pickle. Then you don't even have to worry, again, because, again, you have digital currency that allows you to have that privacy that you desire. So sound money is transparency, but it's also privacy. And privacy is not just for criminals. It is a basic human right. And everyone's entitled to have what they own and keep it to yourself. So that's the latest with Litecoin. Actually, let me see if I could... if you guys go to my channel, if you guys go to my channel and everything like that, for 3 diggies, go to the Randi Hipper show. I do have Charlie from like about, I don't know, 2 months ago when I was in Vegas. Around, I think it was like 2 months ago to the day, actually. So I have that episode with Charlie, but also if you scroll down the Randi Hipper show, you'll see this one with Charlie Lee. Is it before this? The episode was called Talking MWeb with Charlie Lee. It's on this playlist somewhere. I think it's higher up. I might have passed it. But if you go and check it out, it's called Talking MWeb with Charlie Lee. It was a great episode. He explains all of it. And this man, I'm telling you, is just a straight up genius. And I encourage you to listen to him. I think Charlie, and I don't put this lightly, is one of the biggest geniuses of our generation. So it's on this playlist somewhere. Talking, if I could type today, Talking MWeb with Charlie Lee. There you go. All right, yeah. So there you go. This is the episode. It was a really great episode, by the way. And you could tell it's old. It's 3 years ago it came out. May 24th of 2022. Wow, that is ridiculous. Go check it out, though. This is Charlie and I. Here's the link for you. And go watch it. It was very, very informative. Very, very informative. All right, we're clear on that, Mr. Diggies? Okay. Copy that. Copy. Next, my beautiful friends, we do have Western Union. Oh my gosh. Sorry, there was a little mosquito. Oh my gosh. Where'd that go? Okay. Well, I just got attacked by a little fly. We have Western Union CEO that's viewing stablecoins as an opportunity and not a threat, which why are we using the Western Union in 2025? And I understand, like, where certain people are, different countries, all that stuff. So I'm not being ignorant, but I am saying that there are ways to transact with Bitcoin and crypto without even having an internet connection. So I would focus on that too if you are worried about Western Union. Now, I do tell this story quite often, but there is someone I know from Jamaica that I was speaking to, and he was saying that his mother came to the United States to work and sent money back to him and for his siblings back in Jamaica, except that when he went to go pick up the money, Western Union or another company told him, hey, you know what? We can't give this to you because it says that you live in this area that's maybe not the best area. So they told him, we're not giving you that money. And from then on, he then discovered crypto because he said, if these people are going to censor me and be biased just because of where I live, then why are we using these things? And it's such a valid question. It's such a valid question. So I think Western Union needs to get their sheesh together. There were also reports of companies of this nature, and I believe it was Western Union actually, that people went to go get their money that was sent to them, except there was no money at the actual location. So you never want to worry about any of that as well. According to Western Union CEO Devin, he says stablecoins are, quote, an opportunity, not a threat for international money transfers. He said in an interview with Bloomberg on Monday that anything allowing users to send money faster and cheaper across borders is going to be good for Western Union and its customers. Stablecoins are crypto tokens, again, backed by the dollar or pegged to the value of the dollar, allowing users to send value denominated in dollars using blockchain tech, making it easier than tried methods. He says, last I checked, you couldn't spend stablecoin even if you wanted to buy a Coca-Cola, so converting stables into fiat, particularly in harder to convert currencies, is an opportunity for us. So it's kind of telling me that Western Union might become a crypto exchange to an extent, or people can go to their, what would be smart on their part at least, is to have crypto ATMs to partner with the company. So if people go to a Western Union, they have stable coins that they need to convert to fiat, they go to the ATM, they cash out or convert their stable coins and get it sent to their bank account. Something of that nature. But that's the only way I could really see Western Union profiting from that. Whoa, wait, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, Randy A is in the chat. Oh, hello, Randy A. So nice to see ya. Welcome. All right, guys, please smash the like, subscribe, and share. I don't know how many likes we have. We have 90. Can we get two? Let's get 10 more. Let's get 10 more so that way I can play my Fox hit. I really want you guys to see it. And then go to all my socials and like it if you haven't yet, because we want to spread the word through the algorithm. Let's get after it, though. We got Trump Media and a $2 billion buy on our hands. What's going on? How do you feel about it? Well, your spotlight starts now. Oh boy, our president, he's bullish. His whole family, for crying out loud, is bullish on Bitcoin. Now, here's the thing. Is this maybe a top signal? Is this a top signal? Let me know. Do you think that this is bullish, that the president and his company wants to do this? Put a Donnie T emoji or a 1 or a 2 and a no emoji. Donnie T or 1, 2 or no. Let me see it. Don't fight the Fed, a market person warns investors from betting against the Fed Reserve. For crypto traders, it may be time for a new way of life, like don't fight the president. Apparently, Jerome Powell is going to step down at some point. Who knows what that may be. But the truth is, the Federal Reserve ain't federal. So we need to clear that up real quick. Now, Trump Media and Tech Group, owned by Donnie T, disclosed a $2 billion investment in Bitcoin with the intention of having more, and it calls for traders to reconsider the possibility of Bitcoin remaining bid throughout the year, potentially invalidating the conventional wisdom that the bull market peaks a year after the halving. Now, it's hard for me to believe that this $2 billion buy, when we've been having Saylor buying billions after freaking billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin every week. You can't tell me that this $2 billion buy is going to cause the peak of the Bitcoin cycle. Like, that sounds absolutely ridiculous to me. And that's just me, period. So you don't have to listen to me. What's Trump technology? What's Trump Media? What's this Trump Media? Okay, yeah. Trump Media and Technology Group. Let's look at their stock really quick because this is important. You have some levels to watch here, some quick levels to watch, but ooh, a little bit of an oof here. Okay. Taking a gander right here at the DJT stock, $19.83, up 3% today. Again, you're looking at the bearish level here, $16. 26 is your 200-day SMA, so that's your bullish level. You're looking here, and we see inconsistent amounts of money flow. What's happening here? We do have the VWAP moving up. Momentum post-green dot is looking great. And then we have the RSI that's just getting a little bit bullish. So people might be looking to buy DJT stock simply because they are bullish on crypto. Now, again, that actually makes sense when you think about it, because people are buying strategy, people are buying Coinbase, people are buying a lot of crypto-centric stocks because they want to somehow get, I don't know, exposure to crypto, when in my opinion that's not how it really works. If you want exposure, go buy Bitcoin, put it in your wallet, that's exposure. So might be an actual good move for their stock to go ahead and buy Bitcoin, because people will be like, oh, if Bitcoin goes up, like at least I got DJT. You know what I mean? So I think it's smart of them as a company to go that way. 103 likes and counting. Beautiful. Let's do our coins to watch, and then if you guys want to watch the Fox hit, then we'll go ahead and watch it. But let's see if we maybe get 110 likes. I think I'm getting spoiled. Let's go ahead. Coins to watch start now. Now, leading the bullish wave, the gainers, you might say, is Flare. We're up 10.5%. Pengu up 8.8%. Pi up 4.73%. Quant up 4.5%. And then we got 4 up 3.8%. Leading the losers today is Conflux down 16%. Athena down 15.4%. Pump.fun looking pump.lame today, down 14.5%. I don't know if that was funny. Tezos down 11.8%. And then we have IOTA down 9.3%. Over here, we do have Tom Lee predicting a 15K ETH by the end of the year. I don't know, man. That's wild. 10 to 15K ETH by the end of the year. We don't have much of the year left. What are yes emoji, 2 or no emoji, Ethereum emojis? How do you feel? I need to know, though. Like, actually, how do you guys feel about 10 to 15K Ethereum? I know it's possible. Anything in this life is possible. So let's look at Ethereum. $3,655, down 2.86%. Look at this. Let the record show that our arrow manifestation, I would say, played out better than we wanted it to play out, because we were like, hey, all right, if we get past this 2660 with confidence, boom, we're going to 3K. That's what happened. A little bit of stumbles along the way, but it happened. And then now look. Boom! Explosion to almost $3,900 ETH, and that's our golden zone to 4K. We want that. We want to tackle 3,900 Ethereum. Because if we hold support there, okay, the likelihood of 4,000 increases. But do we really have room to run? Clear free air to the all-time high around $4,800 ETH? I don't think there's much stopping us, because look, we went up there, we pulled back, held support, moved up, pulled back, held support, pumped up, pulled back, and now we're pamping again. Now, this leads me to believe, however, that we could pull back, right? And just hear me out here. We pull back to right here, which is your 3,200. That's where I would like to see ETH pull back, hold support, to then tackle not just 4,000, but around 4,160. Is this outrageous? I don't know. You could put it in the chat if you deem this outrageous. But I really don't believe it is. I'm throwing up my hands, even though it hurts to do this right now. I'm throwing up my hands, and I'm just telling you, this is how I feel. That based on the chartery and my million years of crypto experience, then that's where I'm led. That's where I'm led to feel comfy and things. We are down 2.8% today, as I've mentioned. Now, we do have a red dot printed pulling down this momentum. VWAP is down. Money flow is whatever. And then we also have the RSI that's extremely overbought. So that's why I'm even saying, because we have those signals that are signaling maybe a slight pullback, I would ideally, which we'll know what happens for sure. I don't got a crystal ball. Maybe you do, but I don't. We really want to see that pull back to 3,300, around 3,200. 32 to 3,300. Let's see. Let's see. Litecoin, though. Litecoin looking pretty. Guys, Litecoin is the right coin. We did see a peak yesterday around 120 bucks, which we love $120 Litecoin. I'll also say here that our levels to watch, boy, they're on point as of right now. I'm not trying to jinx it, but they're on point. Now, we did pass the 200-day SMA, which we were looking for. We're like, okay, let's keep closing here for over a week. We've just about done that. And so we want to hold 114. Your bullish level at this point, we're going to move this little pretty heart over. Let's move her over. There we go. Move her over. We are looking at $142 as our bullish scenario. Now, it is far and wide. It's there. But that's what we're looking at. Bearish level to watch is pulling all the way back to the 200-day SMA at 97 bucks. We are down 1.3% with a fresh red dot printed. Let's see if it plays out. VWAP is pulling back. Money flow is flat today for Litecoin, but again, doing really well. We are overbought, which again increases the likelihood of an incoming downtrend. We'll see what goes on there. You want the Caspa chart? That sounds great. We'll do that. I could do that for you. I think it's on my list. Beautiful. Let's pull that out just a little bit. Okay. And then this too. Okay, so we do have Caspa at 10 cents, almost 11 cents, 0.109 cents, down 4.3%. Bullishly, we are looking at this 11.5, which again, we want to hold support. And 11.5 has been our biggest issue since back here last year. I feel like it was a million years ago. Bearish level to watch is that 0.092 cent 200-day SMA. Bullish, though, if we pass the 11.5 cents, which I would hope we would, is around that just below 14 cents, 0.137, 13, just over 13.5. Green dot printed moving up the momentum. VWAP is looking okay. We do have the money flow now turning green and a pullback on the RSI, which I would say is probably a good sign. Retreating just a little bit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's Dan R. Hello. Oh boy, right above him we have Geo. Oh
my God.
Geo's here. Geo, where's your $30,000 Bitcoin? Where's it at? Where's it at? Editor's picks. Oh, guys, we're on the editor's picks page of Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. We love you guys over at Rumble. Let's hope that we see some bullish action today. Tomorrow, we are going to have Cassius Cuvée. He's like fine wine. Whenever he rhymes, go toast him. That's a line from Bitcoin Besties, by the way. Please go and subscribe to him. He is awesome. We love Cassius. He's almost at 11K subs, so let's hopefully get him there to 11K. We love Cassius Cuvée. So please make sure you give him a follow tomorrow. He's going to be on the Zest when we go into our charts. So instead of me doing charts, we'll have Cassius come on and break down some stuff. He has some really good tips and tricks for you guys that he wants to share. So he's going to come on and hang out, and we love supporting other people in this space on a major level. Also, After this ends, I will be redirecting you lovely individuals to Crypto Princess. It is 10:30, beautiful. Oh yeah, there's Cassius. There we go. Guys, we have my hit from Fox. Have you seen it yet? Do you want me to play it? One or yes emoji. Two or no emoji. Bitcoin besties, let me know. Also, if you haven't yet on YouTube, please drop a like on this beautiful segment. We love our bestie Charles Payne, so please make sure you guys like and share. What is Geo saying? Geo's making the greatest return in YouTube history. You've been working on some ish. When you start live streaming again and like being like consistent in this chat, then I'm gonna believe you. But Geo, you just come in, cause trouble, and then you leave. So what am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I got nothing. All right, guys, let's play the clip. Let's roll it. Roll the clip.
All right, historic day in the making. I want to bring in Miss Teen Crypto, Randi Hipper. Randi, Miss Former, you're not a teen anymore, but listen, you were out there telling folks about this for a long time, telling your friends when you were in grade school. So you understood this, but now it feels like everyone's understanding. Wall Street's understanding, and you got an administration that understands. Put into perspective just how big today is with respect to this crypto industry, blockchain, and the future of the U.S. dollar.
This is a major day for the industry because this is one of the first major crypto bills to be signed into law. And now stablecoins are a huge proponent of crypto trading to begin with. And so now with the Genius Act, you're going to see the banks jump right into this space and create a stablecoin frenzy. This is a testing ground to see what the consumer demand is for stablecoins. And then you could look internationally as well, where certain countries have high levels of inflation. So people are going to go look to save their purchasing power in things like stable coins and Bitcoin.
You know, what's interesting to me is that for a long time, the narrative was that crypto would challenge or create a problem for fiat currency, particularly the U.S. dollar. And in some ways, it feels like the stable coin could actually be saving the U.S. dollar.
Absolutely. I like to say it brings hyper-dollarization. It's more accessibility because people, just like Bitcoin, are able to download a digital wallet, acquire Bitcoin, and transact. The same thing would go for stablecoins.
So with that in mind, we just have Vlad Tenev from Robinhood on. He described a litany of products that they're putting out there. Again, the staking, I don't know too much, the perpetual stuff. Wall Street is in big time already, and I've always been leery, and I told all my crypto guests for the last 5-10 years, right? I'm worried about Wall Street entering this because I don't trust Wall Street, right? But on the other hand, it gives it huge credibility, and we can see where it's going now. How do you feel about all of these products, and can we lose sight of why crypto, particularly Bitcoin, was so attractive in the first place?
No, because Bitcoin is something that offers a decentralized money, something we can own. We can be our own bank, have censorship-resistant transactions. But at the same time, this is a decentralized, permissionless space, so we technically cannot give permission. Wall Street does see crypto slightly as competition because of the accessibility, the 24/7 trading. But also, we're seeing crypto exchanges come out with products, not necessarily in the U.S. yet, but internationally, where they're offering tokenized stocks. And Wall Street knows that, hey, if we're going to have 24/7 trading with crypto, we got to catch up with that too.
Explain how the tokenized stocks work.
It's pretty much going to be the same thing as you going to the stock exchange and buying your stock or going to your brokerage account and purchasing it, except that it's digital and it's probably going to have a more accessibility, meaning 24/5 or 24/7 trading, which differs from the traditional markets where holidays the markets are closed, and the same with banks, but Bitcoin and crypto is always open.
So I got to ask you now, you've been giving me targets all along the way. We've made a major breakout. We're consolidating a little bit here. Where do you see Bitcoin by the end of the year?
I would like to see the psychological level of $150,000 to excite people. I think 120K was definitely a level to watch. And so 150K to 200,000 would be my bold prediction for the end of the year.
Great stuff. Randi, always appreciate you. Ahead of the curve at such a young age. We'll be right back, folks.
Trading at Schwab.
That's me. That was me. LOL. Thank you guys for watching, by the way. If you haven't seen it yet, that was the latest one from Fox on Friday, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please go and hit the like on that. after this video concludes, or you could go right now. It's all up to you. But guys, if you haven't yet, please join the Discord. I feel bad that I ran long, so I'm not going to hold you guys back from going over to Crypto Princess. So when this stream ends, you'll be automatically redirected there, but please go show love on X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you can find this interview. It would make my heart so darn happy. So please make sure you guys watch out for that. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you guys for helping me get to where I'm at, and like give it, because of you guys, like that's why I have the opportunity to go ahead. Ooh, I'm really bad. To go ahead and do things like this on Fox. So thank you to Charles Payne and the Making Money team for making it happen as well. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Tomorrow we're gonna have Cash's Cuvée, or Bitcoin bestie. Do 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 boop 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 boop. So let's get after it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you haven't yet, smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on. Tomorrow we're going to have our members only after show. Have a lovely Tuesday. And let's get after it. See you guys tomorrow with Cassius. Have a beautiful day. Go to Crypto Princess, like her stuff, subscribe, and support women in crypto and men in crypto and everybody and their mother that's in crypto. Okay, thank you guys. Bye. Oh boy.